What's going on, everyone? I'm just a typical, average American here today to react and learn about some Canadian slang. So, as an American, I don't know much about Canadian words and phrases and slang, except for a couple, like giver, toonie, toque. But today, aside from those that I can remember, I'm excited to learn about some more words that are used in Canada, but not here in the United States. So, let's take a look.
First Canadian slang is hoser.
Hoser. I've definitely heard this word before. I feel like Ryan Gosling has said this before in an interview or something. It's not a good thing to be a hoser. Are Americans hosers? Can anyone be a hoser? What is a hoser?
It's somebody who's very Canadian. You know, heavy Canadian accent, big hockey fan, wears a toque, kind of like a redneck.
Oh no! Why did I think this was I thought this was an insult. Is I thought this was an insult. Where did I get that from? A hoser it's not a bad thing. It means you're very, very Canadian? Canadians are hosers? How did I miss that one? Oh my god. Really digging myself a hole here at the beginning. I was like, hosers. Oh man, you don't want to be that. No, you don't want to be that. That's terrible, right? He's like, hosers are Canadians. Oh no, I'm sorry.
Clicks. Clicks is just short.
What is this? Oh, we're moving right along. Okay. Clicks? Clicks? What is a click? Cliques are in high school, where you have social groups like the cool kid, the jocks, and the cheerleaders. They're a clique. You know? Isn't that what that is? Is this something different in Canada? I don't know.
Short for kilometers. How far is it from Winnipeg to Portage la Prairie? Oh, she's about 150 clicks, bud.
What is a kilometer? No, I'm just kidding. Actually, I don't have a good idea in my mind of how long a kilometer is, but I know of the kilometer, the kilometer. I know of this strange measurement of distance. A click, I thought, now that I think of it, I've heard of clicks, like in terms of distance. I thought that was like a nautical term, like for boating. Like, 70 clicks to the treasure. This is just, clicks is kilometers. Really? It's just that simple?
Or you might say, she's like 6 beer. Molson.
It's 6, what? What about beer?
6, bud. Or you might say, she's like 6 beer.
Huh? Am I missing this one? Am I not getting that? What is 6 beer? 6 clicks is like 6 beers? Do you need to drink 6 beers to drive 6 clicks if you're a hoser? I'm just making things up at this point. I don't know what's going on.
Molson muscle.
Molson muscle. Yeah, well, as you can tell, I kind of like to guess what the word means before he tells me. Molson is a beer. Speaking of beer, that's a Canadian beer, for sure. Molson muscle, is it like when you drink a bunch of beers and you get this strange drunk strength? Molson muscle. Yeah, we can move your car right after I have some Molsons for my Molson muscle.
It's a beer, and it refers to having a beer gut.
A beer, it's a beer, and it refers to a beer what?
Molson muscle. Molson is a beer, and it refers to having a beer gut.
Oh, a beer gut. Maybe you can help move the car with your Molson muscle. Ugh, just your big beer gut. But no, it's not a gut. It's a muscle. That is hilarious. That's great.
A 2-4.
2-4. I know this one. I should know this one. I've heard this one before in some other video. This is beer. This is like either a particular size of beer or an amount of beers. It has to do with beer.
Oh, man. That's a case of beer.
It's a case of beer. Right, exactly, yes.
If you come into a party in the summertime and you don't have a 2-4, you're not getting in, bud. Or you might come with a suitcase, which is just a 12.
Do you say 6-pack? Like in America, it's like we're going to say 6-pack of beer. Get a case of beer. Instead, it's a 2-4. You don't have to say 2-4 of beer. I would sound like a noob if I said 2. Oh, yes. Can I bring a 2-4 of beer for my Molson Muscle? You have to be like, oh, get a 2-4. Twofer.
Giver.
Giver. This is the ones I gave as my example for the little Canadian slang that I've picked up. Giver means to put forth and exude effort. To give a lot of effort. Something like that.
That means like go get it, like go for it. Oh, giver.
I like that, by the way. I think that's why that has stuck with me. Giver. In America, what will we say? We're just like, give it all you've got. Come on. Too many words. In Canada, it's like giver. Like that. Do you have to say it like that with that face? Maybe.
Toque.
Okay, we're getting these all out of the way. The ones that I know. Toque. I used to think this said toque, toque. Toque is that hat. What do we call it in America? Like a beanie, but not really. I think it has to have the poofy. I don't know why I'm doing this. The squishy poofy ball on the top. That makes it a toque, right?
That's a wool hat.
Wool hat.
With a pom-pom. Or not. What you might even, in this country, I guess, call like a beanie, which I hate that word.
Yeah, a lot of Americans would call it a beanie. Beanies do not have the pom-pom poof ball, though.
So dumb. Just say toque. A Mickey.
A Mickey. We're not talking about the cartoon mouse, I think. Have I heard this before? I almost want to say that I associate this with alcohol. Does this have to do with alcohol?
She's like a little pocket thing of Crown Royal. How's it going? Oh, pretty good.
Wow, I'm actually proud. I don't know where I got that from. Of all the Canadian slangs, for some reason the Mickey sticks with me.
We just polished off a Mickey of Crown Royal, and
It's like a flask, like a little flask, I guess.
And a giver. A dart.
A dart? I think. I mean, can this be a cigarette? Do Canadians actually say darts? I feel like I've heard this in old British movies. Like a dart. Hello, can you pass me a dart, love? Don't ask what accent that was. But a dart is like a cigarette, right?
That's a butt. Want to go kill
Do Canadians actually use that? A dart?
a dart outside? Or a gas bear?
Gas bear? Gas bear? What's a gas bear?
Because you're gasping for air.
Oh, a gasp air. Why am I having so much trouble understanding him? A gasp air. I think they should be called gas bears. Gas bears. Yeah, fire up a couple gas bears. That's cool. A gasp air, because it's, smoke. Yeah, clogging your air hole.
Gotch, gitch, and gaunch.
What? Now we're just getting weird. Canadians, you're just getting weird with words like this. I'm sorry. Gotch. It makes me think of gotcha. I got you. But then you push it. You keep going. Ginch and gaunch? I have no idea. Sounds painful. If you gitch, so don't gitch me, please. Sounds painful.
We talked about this morning. Whatever one you want to use is fine. It's underwear. Oh, don't get your...
It's underwear? No way. What? How have I never, ever in my whole life heard this? If Canadians are actually calling underwear gotch. Since when?
Your gotch in a bunch, eh? Hey, you left your gaunch on the deck, eh, by the boat.
Somehow the word gaunch is appropriate for underwear. You know, like when a word sounds like what it is? Like moist? Moist. Just sounds moist. Gaunch. It's like underwear. I like it, actually.
Oh, it was a total gong show.
Are we just making is this real? Are we just making words up? Gong show? Gonger? This sounds inappropriate.
Oh, we went down there last night. We went down to Palisades Park, eh? And it was just a gong show down there.
You really need him to demonstrate and show what tone you're using. This is clearly it's not a good thing if it's a gonger.
Meaning it was just a zoo. It was crazy.
Oh, it's crazy, out of control. Gong show?
Out for a rip.
Out for a rip? Does this have to do with smoking? I feel like this has to do with smoking. Like in America you can say like, oh, taking a rip of something.
Just going out and having a good time.
Is that what it's not smoking? It's just having a good time in general? Or is he being facetious here?
Give her a rip. A kerfuffle.
We have this word in America. Of all the weird words I've heard today, this is the one where I'm like, oh yeah, kerfuffle. Yeah, no problem. We have that. Yeah, this is an American, like this is used in America. Kerfuffle, it's a mess. You've gotten into a bad situation or messed something up. Oh, it's just a kerfuffle. Like no one knows what's going on.
Do you guys not have that word down here? Kerfuffle is like
we do.
A mix-up, a big thing, a brouhaha, a kind of a fight. Timmy's.
Okay, is it more of a fight, a kerfuffle? It can be a fight, sure. Yeah, we do use that. Well, I know of the word. I can't say that we use it that much. If you use kerfuffle, people are going to be like, wow, that's an interesting choice. But they'll understand it. Timmy's. Most Americans don't know this one, but I do. I know this. I can translate. This is Tim Hortons. If you're getting Tim Hortons, you can be getting Timmy's. Tim Hortons is not a thing in America. It doesn't exist. But I've heard very, very popular in Canada.
Tim Horton. Double, that's how you take your coffee.
Double, that's the coffee, 2 creams, 2 sugars. I'm proud that I know, like, this is not standard American knowledge, some of this. So, not to toot my own horn here, but beep, beep. I know what a double is. It's 2 standard Canadian Timmy's coffee. I sound like I'm studying Canadian science or something. Standard Canadian 2 cream, 2 sugar coffee. The typical Canadian will get this before work on a Tuesday. Like, very specific.
Your coffee, 2 creams, 2 sugars. Timbit. Like
Timbit is the donut hole, right? The donut hole.
The little round donut hole from Timmy's.
Okay. I'm on a roll here. I know the Tim Hortons related stuff. And kerfuffle.
Pop.
You guys say pop? This is some Americans say pop. Some weird Americans. Weirdos. Yeah, this is a regional thing in America. Depends on where you live. I'm not exactly sure how it's divided up, but in some areas of America, they say pop. That means soda. I've always said soda. Some Americans will even say Coke. Not as in Coca-Cola, but Coke means pop, means soda. It's all the same. It's a little strange, but in Canada, do you mostly defer to pop? Surely some of you say soda. I feel like soda is the default.
That's soda. Back bacon.
Back bacon. This was if you want to compliment somebody. You say, man, you got some nice back bacon. I have no idea what this is.
It's a type of pork product that you have with breakfast, a little thicker cut.
Is this what we think is Canadian bacon? It's back bacon? It's big old bacon. I think I've heard of this.
Not my favorite. Loonies and toonies?
This is Canadian currency. Most Americans have never heard of this. I've talked to other Americans when I learned this. I was like, do you know about the Canadian currency, the loonies and the toonies? And they're like, are you casting a spell on me right now? Stop saying that. It's like, no, loonies. You don't get it. Toonies. There's two of them. $2. And they're like, get out of here. Go away. Or we're going to be in a kerfuffle.
These are $1 coins, and toonies are the $2 coins.
Yep.
I guess there was a whole thing, like a lot of newfies were losing their teeth when the loonies first came out because they couldn't figure out how to get the chocolate out. That's a newfie joke, eh?
Just the casual A. What a Canadian, throwing in the A. The chocolate in the loonies and toonies. I don't get it.
Chesterfield is a
Chesterfield, I think, is a couch.
sofa.
Sofa.
Or a couch.
Okay.
Muskoka chair.
Muskoka chair. Sounds fancy. Is this a type of chair? I've never heard of it before. Muskoka.
That's kind of like an Adirondack chair. The peg.
Oh, what? I don't know what these fancy... I don't know. What are these fancy chairs? That didn't help me at all. Adirondack? Sounds like a spider. The peg? The peg. The peg. There's one of it? I know what a peg is. It's like a wooden dowel or something, like a peg. What is the peg?
Where both my parents are from, Winnipeg.
Winnipeg. The peg. Oh, we're going to go down to the peg. Oh, I like that. Oh, it's like the six. The six is Toronto. The six is Toronto. I've heard that. The peg is Winnipeg. Ah, all these. Okay, do we have names for our cities in America? We have the Big Apple for New York. I guess we have fun things like this too.
The 6 is Toronto, 416. That came after I left. I grew up in Toronto. We didn't call it the 6. So.
Yeah, I think Drake made that popular. I think.
Kind of lame. Rink rat. That's
Rink rat. I can infer what this means. Rink rat. That would be if you spend all your time at a hockey rink. If you love hockey, play hockey a lot, you're a rink rat. Kind of like a gym rat. If you're at the gym all the time.
Somebody who hangs out at the rink a lot, He's always there.
We have no reason to have this term. In America, there's not that many hockey players. I know we have the NHL and all that, but there's not... Americans don't play hockey very much, despite that. So we don't have any term like rink rat. This is such a Canadian thing.
He's playing shitty on his downtime. Deking.
Deking? I can't even... I want to guess something, but how can you guess anything when the word is deking?
That's a move in hockey. When you come in with your stick and you make a move, that's a deke.
Oh, it's a hockey thing. A hockey move, like a juke or something?
Goal suck.
Goal suck? I don't know. I didn't know there were Canadian hockey slang.
Same, somebody just hangs out by the goal, just wants to be constantly potting goals, but doesn't
Someone who just sticks by the goal a lot, is that considered annoying?
want to help out on the defensive side. Chirping, beaking.
Like birds? Chirping, like a bird chirps? Beaking? Does a bird beak?
Chirping is mouthing off. And it's a big in hockey, if you might get on the bench after a shift and you just start chirping at them. Don't worry about it.
Mouthing off? Like giving attitude? Chirping. I like that. I quit chirping. Oh, I like that a lot.
But I'll be chirping the whole time. I hope you learned some good Canadian slang. I am Will Arnett.
I did. Thank you, Will Arnett. I think he's a Canadian actor. I didn't really acknowledge that till now. But this is amazing. There are so many Canadian slang and words and phrases that we just don't use in America. And they're honestly really funny. When you hear some of this stuff for the very first time, it's really actually a lot of fun. So, yeah, I'm going to try to remember some of this stuff. They're kerfuffle. I already knew kerfuffle, but I had forgotten about that word. I want to bring it back. And maybe some of this other stuff too. So anyway, if you enjoyed this as well, feel free to give this video a like or leave a comment with your thoughts on any of this Canadian slang. If I understood it correctly, if there's any other slang you think I should know, that'd be awesome to hear about. And if you're interested in more videos like this, me reacting to Canada and learning about Canadian culture, feel free to subscribe for more. And until then, thanks for watching, and see you next time.